Oswald, our first guest tonight, is one of the biggest selling pop stars of all time. She currently stars on American Idol, and perhaps most notably, she's the only person that ever parlayed being a Laker girl into anything. Here she is, forever our girl, Paula Abdul. Have really fallen in love. That's nice. Well, thank you. You look great, Paul. You really do.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, what happened tonight? You kicked the Marine off the program?
See, that's the thing. We don't kick anyone off.
Yeah, I know. America kicks them off, right?
And America doesn't even kick them off. It's by.
Oh, it's fixed? The whole thing is fixed? This is a revelation.
You don't understand. Every week I have to remind the contestants, it's not a show that America phones in and says, I'm phoning in to kick someone off. They're phoning in to vote for their favorite contestants.
Yeah. Oh,
so
I see. So it's, I'm looking at it negatively.
Yeah, of
when
course.
Really we should look at it as
and
a
that's
positive.
why you're Simon and I'm Paul.
That the Marine got kicked off. But he won't be invited back. You will agree on that, won't you?
He's not invited back to compete anymore. That's for
if
sure.
he were to come back and try to sing next week, what would happen? The police would take him into custody, wouldn't they?
And probably take him to the funny farm.
They would, yeah. All right. He'd be court-martialed or something. And are they gonna? Is there any talk of kicking Ryan Seacrest off? Because I know they got rid of that other goofball. The character. And they're not, America cannot vote on that?
Oh, we all love Ryan.
Oh, you do? You all love Ryan? Does everybody get along on the program?
Yes, and especially Simon and Ryan. They get along great.
Yeah,
they're always ribbing each other.
And you don't get along that well with Simon either, do you?
We love each other.
Really?
Like fungus.
Yeah. Is it or is it one of those kind of like fake rivalry things? Is there some actual, do you guys ever have arguments or anything like that after the show?
During the show, if you see like wide shots from behind, we're barking at it, and we're like, he does this to me all.
What do you mean, he points at you?
No, you want to know what it feels? No,
yes,
he actually does this.
Yeah.
And he does, try to be interesting, Paula, try to say something good.
He says this off camera to you?
While
try to be interesting?
Yeah, he goes, come on, you're not going to blow it, are you? You're not, try to say something.
Really?
As Randy's doing his critique, and then the guest judge, he's still doing this to me, so when it's my turn, I'm like, hi, Josh. Josh, I'm sorry, this guy over here.
Well, you know, you're an American. You could have him deported. You don't have to stand for that. You really don't. You really don't. That's how it works here. If any foreigners, anyone visiting this country upsets us, we can have them kicked right out. That's how it works. You just make a call.
They don't listen to me. I think I need you to come down and police it.
No, I think you could do it. You're Paula Abdul, for God's sake. They're not going to listen to me.
You know what?
Well, congratulations on this American Idol. I think it's great. I mean, it's great to see you back. Now, let's go through your career. You started as a Laker girl and a dancer, and you became this choreographer, kind of a famous choreographer, right?
Yeah, it's a great career for me.
Where'd you start? Who'd you start with? The Jacksons first hired you?
I pretended I knew what I was doing, which most people do in this business.
Yeah, right.
And my first professional job was choreographing the Jacksons tour, the reunion tour.
Oh.
Like a Laker girl. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I had never done anything.
And
I choreographed the Laker girls.
And you choreographed Michael Jackson. Next thing you know, you're choreographing Michael Jackson.
By accident, because he was part of the Jacksons. I mean, I will never say that, Michael, walk backwards slowly and lift your feet.
Yeah, right.
Do that.
Wear the white socks tonight.
Yeah,
I think it
and the
great.
glove will be good. No, I didn't do that. The great thing about that family is it was a great launching pad, which then led me to choreographing Janet Jackson, and then George Michael, and ZZ Top, and Coming to America. And
which ZZ Top video
you choreographed ZZ Top?
Well, you know, it's funny, because the reason I will always remember that is because I went from doing Janet Jackson, and the very next video was ZZ Top. Go figure.
Yeah, that is. What did
I
you
don't
do?
remember them moonwalking.
No,
What?
It was ZZ Top wanted to do the snake, you know, so they wanted to do that, but not really. They wanted to do something like that.
I don't remember.
They did do a little something. I remember that video vividly because I remember I was going through puberty at the time, and I was really enjoying my body when that ZZ Top video came out. And I remember every moment of it, the girls getting out of the car, the guy lifting the girl up onto the counter.
What were you doing while you were watching that?
I had my pants off. If that gives you a clue.
I just thought
I've done that to your videos too.
Oh, that's really good.
Straight up. So then you become this huge star. You're really like you're a bigger star than Whitney Houston or Madonna or Janet Jackson at the time. I remember seeing you on the People magazine. They said you were the #1 star. And then when you're the #1 star,
I should hire you.
You come into Las Vegas.
I did.
Where I lived and where my friend Cleto lived. You swoop in and you pluck my friend Cleto, and now band member, out of Las Vegas, out of the lounges of Las Vegas, and into the Paula Abdul tour, correct?
I rocked his world.
Yes. Now, I don't want to give the whole thing away, but before we go to a commercial, and we'll get back to this in just a moment, I would like to show everyone a photograph of my pal Cleto with Paula Abdul. What year would we say this was? Maybe 1991?
Yeah, that's good times.
There's Cleto right there in the hat.
Boy, Cleto and I were in the hat.
There's Paula, and there's Cleto's dad, who's here also, who looks exactly the same. Now, Cleto, this is when Cleto was, he was actually endorsing a line of formal farm wear.
I just got the big gig, and I gotta do something.
Wait, do we have stories?
Yeah, we do. Let's save them because we're going to play a clip that is going to humiliate Cleto when we come back. We got Paula Abdul, we got Pat and Oswald, the Factular, and Little Mo coming up. We'll be right back, everybody. And Paula Abdul. Now, Paula, we were just talking about Cleto. Cleto is a band leader. He's my friend since we were 9 years old. And he was on your, you actually got Cleto started in show business. He was a saxophone player and a singer on your tour.
Well, actually, it was Cleto's dad who went to my tour manager and said, in Las Vegas at Caesars, he said, I hear you're the tour manager for Paula Abdul. Listen, my son's the best saxophone player in the entire world. You have to hear him. And so Cleto, yes, and that is the sweetest.
He is a great saxophone player. They both are, actually.
Yes, they are.
But you know what? This show is not about making people feel good about themselves. It's about tearing them down. And
I'm not used to that.
I believe we're going to look at the Spellbound tour. I believe it was maybe like 1992, maybe 1993, something right around there. This is Paula Abdul and Cleto Escobedo at work. I told you that hair would come back to haunt you, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
That was during
that hair got him lots of girls.
I know it did, but you know what? It turns out it wasn't worth it. That was during
I have a video of me with Men Without Hats. I toured with them. I came on stage as a little midget. And...
Yeah, that was you, Pat?
Wow. Yeah, that was me. I was the magic pumpkin.
Cleto had a very, very serious Kenny G phase that he was in, and I'm so glad that you were able to break out of it.
Yeah, finally.
He's the best. Cleto, I'm so happy.
What was Cleto known as on your tour? You were telling me just a moment ago during the commercials. What was he known for? What was his? What was his specialty as?
Mr. Escobedo, you have to close your ears for a minute.
Yeah.
He was known to nail anything that wasn't nailed down to the floor, and known to have great Spanish. You know, he could speak the language really well, which meant he could roll his R's really well, which meant he had a great tongue.
That's great. That's fantastic. Yeah, well, that's why we've been together so long.
Thanks a lot, Paula. Thanks.
That clean, I did not know that about you. Can you roll it? You can really do the R rolling thing?
Well, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, well, let's, you do that? You do that?
No, not when I'm doing that. No.
Wait, do you see how
I do make my living with my hands in my mouth, so I mean, you know, what are you gonna do, bro?
He was like the new guy, so we would do things like he'd get his key to his room when we'd be at different hotels, but we'd already get into his room beforehand. We'd short sheet his bed.
Oh, really?
We would take things out of his personal belongings and like do really bad things. We'd hide in closets and he'd come and go open it, then the camera would be on. We did terrible
I heard once you
things.
did something really bad to him, and
Lots
he gave
of
you
things.
quite a tongue lashing. I made that up, of course. Well, Paul, you're going to love this. We got this guy, speaking of lovers, we've got a man named Tad. He works here on the program, and we are just moments away from the thrilling conclusion to America's huskiest reality show, The Bachelor, when we return. Paula, Abdul, and Patton Oswalt are here. We'll be right back. Of a woman. What do you think of Tad, Paula? On a scale of 1 to 10, how desirable, just based on his appearance? Let's not let his intelligence get in the way of your evaluation, but what do you think of him just based on it?
Go
on
ahead,
the sexy
Sid.
scale.
Speechless.
And she's the nice one.
I think you are unbelievably sexy, charming, witty, funny, adorable.
There you go. Look at him. He's adorable. All right. You're trained to that. You do that all the time. Like, that was great singing. Simon killed him. All right, so here we go, Tad. We actually have, it would mean that you didn't care, I think. So, Tad, go over and do what you must do. This could be cruel. Paula, I'm glad you're here tonight because you're used to throwing people off shows.
Oh, yeah.
And now, Jessica. Have a seat there. Wow, this is a beautiful story. This is Paula and Patton. What a beautiful couple. This is so nice.
This is lovely.
Jessica, do you realize